Hello everyone, welcome back, and let's talk about some organisation. So if you get a day folder, this will be your new best friend. It is an absolute game changer. You can organise all of your notes for current topics in subsections just like these, along with any homework from previous lessons, as this way it will all be in one place and you won't lose anything, and you won't have to carry around so many notebooks.
For note-taking in class, you want to be using a pad of paper or a notebook. Something like this is fine. In my experience, it's better to write notes for all of your subjects in one place and then separate them up into your day folder that I've showed you in the previous book.
As soon as you get home from school, I recommend you take all of those notes you made in that notebook and organise them into your day folder. This way they are all in one place and it only takes about 2 minutes. I have found that while putting all your notes away, it's really worth reading over them before you do that, because that way you refresh your memory over what you learnt that day, and if you don't understand something you can grab your textbook and go over it, make sure you understand it, and this only takes about 10 minutes when you get home from school, and then you can get on with the rest of your day.
I'm not a fan of technology or anything like that when it comes to school because it could all get lost and you don't know where it could be. However, when it comes to past papers, practice papers, anything like that, then I recommend doing it online and making folders. I will show you in the next clip what I mean.
So what I was trying to say is, if on your OneDrive you make folders for each subject and each teacher, then you can have all of your past paper questions in one place, so you can go over them if you need to. However, they don't have to be printed out and mixed in with your notes because they will get confusing, and sometimes you don't really need them, I find. Sometimes the mark scheme are a much better revision tool.
Now, I'm willing to bet you that whatever stage you are at in your school life, that you have at least once asked yourself, what the hell do I do with this test paper that I've just been given back? You might see no use for them anymore and you might throw them away, but I personally like to keep them in a separate folder just like this, and I like to keep a report that we get every term at the front of each section. I split my test papers up into sections for each term, and this way you can track your progress. You can look back and see, what revision technique did I use for this term? Did it help? What revision technique did I use for the next term? Did it help improve my grades at all? If no, what are you doing wrong? If yes, carry on. If it stayed the same, maybe try a few different things and just mix it up. That way you will know if you're improving or not. Realistic revision cards. This was always a big question for me. I always had mixed feelings about this and whether I wanted to do revision cards or make quizlets, which are also online, but then I decided that, I could do both.
However, I have recently learned that doing revision cards can be a better revision tool than doing quizlets, because it's so much better for your active recall to write them down and read over your own work, basically. So as you can see here, the way I do it is write questions on the front and then write your answers on the back.
Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was this app called Quizlet. I will have it linked below in an image here so you can see what it looks like. But it is so helpful to revise for with your exams because it quizzes you. Obviously it's called Quizlet. Yeah, I just find it really helpful with revision. It's quite self-explanatory really. But yeah, I recommend you check it out because it will really help you. At the end of this video, then as promised, I will tell you a little bit about why I have been so inconsistent recently. So if you're new and this is the first video you're watching, then it might be a bit confusing. Basically, with A-levels and work on all that, I didn't quite realise how much work it would be, honestly, with all the editing and stuff, but I do still enjoy it, so I said to myself, while I'm quite busy with school and stuff, all of that stuff, then if I came up with an idea and I had time to do it, I would do it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to pressurise myself to think of something if I don't have any ideas. So there might be 2-3 week gaps in between, but I did promise myself I would leave no more than a 3 gap between each video. I would at least try to come up with something and make it at least a little bit creative, because I figured there's no point putting something up if it's not creative, not enjoyable for you guys, and I'm not proud of it. Hopefully that makes sense. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like it. If you didn't like it, then feel free to dislike it. I won't hold grudges. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple of weeks or next week, who knows, with another video. Bye!